how would you even begin to help a family get to understanding or helping you understand what's really the underlying problem?
The attention system, let's talk about the function of attention. What does attention do? Because it's good to know what order is before we try to identify the disorder. So attention does four things. One is what we call mental energy. The second one is what we call processing. The third is your production. And the fourth, we sometimes lump in there as organization. When we talk about mental energy is analogous to the fuel system of a car. So a fuel system could have a small gas tank. And so that person needs to refuel frequently because their attention, in a sense, runs out of gas. They can pay attention for a short amount of time. So for those kids, we have common sense interventions. We give them frequent breaks. We allow them to get up and stretch or walk around the classroom because they need to refuel their brain. A fuel system can also have what I call sputtering. When I was a kid, our cars used to sputter. Now with fuel injection, we don't do that, but they used to sputter. And that's kind of what some kids are like, highly inconsistent attention span because the flow of fuel in their brain is not stable. So they can do great and get an A on one test and then fail the next test. Their attention just isn't there. But that can be very damning to a student because the teacher says, see, this is what I know you can do. And the reality is on any given day, they can't do that. It just depends on how their fuel is on that day. The third part of the fuel system is the booster fuel. So there are cars that can drive around the city all day, like my Prius. But if we go uphill, people pass us because we don't have as much oomph. So some kids, what an ideally functioning attention system is if the teacher says this is really important, they can raise their level of concentration and listen and pay attention to that. But some people have no booster rockets. They can only pay attention to things that are very interesting to them. And they can pay attention fine to that, like a video game or playing Minecraft or something. But they can't pay attention to things that aren't very interesting to them. So that's the first piece, is that mental energy piece. And it has a lot to do with alertness, how alert I am. Am I noticing and detecting everything that's